Hello and welcome to my first sit-in Pilates class. This is designed for people who have just been through surgery, so just recovering from some kind of surgery, or for people who are new to exercise, want to ease back into it gently. It's really good for those who feel a little bit hesitant standing up while exercising and would feel more comfortable sitting while doing it. If that's you, then this class is going to be perfect for you. So just before we start, a couple of things you're going to need. You're going to need a towel or a scarf, just something that can't be stretched, basically, is what we're after. And then, for those who want to make the exercise a little bit harder later on, 2 tins is perfect because we can use them as weights for some of the exercises. That's optional. You don't need to do that. You can just do the class as it is. But if you want to, then grab some beans, pause the class and come back. Okay, so we're going to start hip distance apart with the knees and the feet. You want your feet planted firmly on the floor. So make sure you've got a chair, probably a kitchen chair or a dining chair or a desk chair, something that you can sit on, you can get the feet flat on the floor. Okay, the next thing you want is not to be sat on the sofa. You don't want to be sinking in. You can have a little cushion on the chair, but you don't want to be sinking into the chair that you've chosen so that we can perform the exercises properly. The next thing I want you to think about is lengthening through the spine. So we always like to imagine a helium balloon fastened at the bottom of the spine. It's pulling you through the spine, through the neck and out the top of the head. So you're stacking the spine and you're sitting as tall as possible. Okay, so the next thing we're going to think about is the shoulder placement. So it wants to be directly above your hips. So just double check, and throughout the class just keep checking yourself that you're not leaning forward or you're not leaning back. You've got those hips directly below the shoulders. Okay, I'm going to do this class using the strength of my back rather than leaning onto a chair. If that's possible for you, do the same. If not, there's absolutely no problem putting a little cushion behind you to make sure that you're in the right position and getting a little bit more help. But if possible, try to use the muscles in your back to keep you nice and tall. The next thing to think about is the head placement. You want to think underneath the chin, having a soft peach. And what we want to imagine is not squashing it, not dropping it. So we're going to nod the chin slightly, thinking eyes on the horizon. Okay, next thing is the shoulders. We're just going to roll them up, back and down. Let's do that once more. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then you're just imagining that you're wearing a rucksack. You're trying to pull the shoulders back and down. Next thing we want to think about is the core. So the core is a little bit weird. We switch the core on when we exhale, not when we inhale. So to start with, just take a gentle breath in. You can feel the ribs expand as the lungs fill, but then as you exhale, that's when you start to pull these lower tummy muscles in towards the spine. So we're trying to pull those muscles in and using the strength in the tummy to keep the spine nice and still and trying to keep the spine lengthened and the torso lengthened throughout the class. Okay, so we're going to try and keep the muscles there switched on. First thing we're going to do is just loosen up the arms, bringing the arms forwards and just pointing and flexing the hands, loosening the wrists and the forearms up. Just a nice gentle paw. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, and back to centre. Now clench the fists and open. Clench, open. Clench, open. Last one. Okay, now imagine scraping your fingers down the chalkboard. This is really lovely for your knuckles, for the joints. If you get pain there, this is a nice one to just warm that area up. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Bring the hands open. Last 1. And then lower down. Roll the shoulders back and down. So, have a little lean over, grab hold of your towel. Okay, and we're going to grab hold of the towel and bring it so that our arms are in line with our shoulders. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms forwards and we're just going to start by keeping the eye line forwards and bringing the arm to the side and back to centre. So you're keeping the head still. We're going to move it in a second, but for now, we're trying to get into different muscles, so we're going to keep the head still as you bring the arms back. So here we're extended. Here I'm bending the arms and coming back to centre. Good. Keep that going. This feels a really nice stretch. Try to put a little pull on the towel as you do it. You're going to put a bit of stretch through the shoulder blades that way. Last one. And come back to centre. Relax, roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, as promised, we're going to move the head this time. So you come to the side, bring the eye line with, and then come back to centre and have a twist to the other side. And again, little twist, look over your shoulder and back. Let's keep going with this, and remember when we come back to what we call centre, which is here, we're tall. Last one either side. And then come back to centre. And for a second, just relax the arms down if you need. Give them a little bit of a shake around and roll the shoulders up, back and down. So we've lengthened through the spine again. Now we're going to use the towel and bring the arms up and over the head. Okay, then you're going to bend one elbow, which brings the hand down. And then you're going to come back to centre, bend the other elbow. And in between, stretch the arms up and back. So up to tall, bend the elbow and down. Putting a little stretch on the towel or scarf, whatever you grabbed. Keeping strong through the spine. Okay, we're going to do one more either side. And this is a lovely stretch for that really tight area when you've been sat still all day. Last one. Come back. Lower the arms down. And then just roll the shoulders back and down. Good work. So we're just rolling the shoulders back and down. We're now going to move on to the legs, the lower part of the body. So we're going to start basically just lifting the heels, loosening up the ankles and the calf. So just coming up with one foot. As it lowers, lift the other. So as we do this, you can come as far up onto the toes as you feel comfortable. But remembering, we're trying to keep this part of the body nice and still. We're just lifting and lowering the heels. We've got two more either side. Nice and tall through the spine. Last one. And then lower to the floor. Okay, so now instead of lifting the heels, we're going to lift the toes. So we're going to start one side and then the other. So you're going to lift one and then lower. Lift the other and then lower. And again. So there's not as much movement here, but it's a really nice area to stretch. So keep this going. Okay, we're nearly there. And come back to centre. Now have a go. See if you can do that all at once. So we come up onto the heel, up onto the toe, roll through and up. So we land flat on the floor, then we come up onto the toe. I nearly lost it there. It takes all your concentration to get this. Last one. And then come back down and roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, so we're going to start marching now. When we march, we want to keep the body nice and strong. We're not rocking from side to side. We're trying to keep nice and centred. So taking a breath in. Exhale, pull your tummy muscles in to make sure that you've got a nice strong spine, lengthen through and just start to march. As you do, make sure you plant the heel each time and you're keeping centred, keeping going. So we're getting the blood flowing now to the bottom part of the body. This is a really nice way of doing that without having to stand up, run around, jump around, and doing it in a nice safe fashion. So you've got the core pulled in. We're going to do another 10 if you want. You can start to lift the knees a little bit higher. Good, keep this going. Okay, so we're going to now lower the knees to a normal march. We're going to go into a heel tap. What that is we extend the leg, tap and back. Okay, so we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Stop marching and heel tap, back, heel tap, back, heel tap, back, heel tap, back. Keep going. keep going. We're nearly there. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Okay, so we're going to do 10 marches nice and low, then we're going to do 10 marches high, and then 10 marches low, and then move on to the next one. So now we're high, lift the knees. 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to toe tap now. Come out and back. Toe tap, back. Toe tap, back. Increase the speed if you can. Toe tap, back. Toe tap, back. Going a little bit faster now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Nice and low, just a nice gentle march to start with. Then we're going to up it to a higher march. So we're going to start to lift the knees higher up, keeping tall in the spine. As you're marching, you're nice and strong, you're nice and tall, you're not rocking from side to side, and then lower down. Good. Okay, so now we're going to imagine we're sat in a box with 4 corners, then we're going to think about the 2 corners out to the side. We're going to heel tap one leg out and bring it back, and then do the other. So we'll stop, heel tap, back, heel tap, back, heel tap, back. Good. Okay, so now I'm having to correct myself, just making sure I'm not leaning to the side as I do this, sitting as tall as possible. Okay, nearly there. Let's go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Nice low ones to start with. Then we're going to lift the knees and higher. Good. 9, 10, lower down. Okay, so this next one is a little side step and a lift of the opposite leg. It's a bit of a difficult one for your head to get around. So we're going to stop. We're going to go out to the side, lift, back, in. Out to the side, lift, down, in. Okay. If you can get that, keep going, keep strong. Good. Nearly there. 3. Tall in the spine. 2. 1. And then come back to centre. March. We've got one last one. Nearly there with the legs. So you're doing 10, nice and low. Now lift the knees. Let the knees spring off the floor. Good. Nearly there. Keep strong. Bring it back down to normal knees. Okay, so this time we're going to extend, lift, lower, back. Extend, lift, lower, back. Extend, lift, lower, back. Extend, lift, lower, back. Keep going, keep strong. That lift is tough. Doesn't need to be tall. It can be a lot smaller if need be. Nearly there. Point, lift, lower, back. Point, lift, lower, back. Last one. Point, lift, lower, back. Let's finish with a march. We'll finish strong. So we'll do 10 tall, and then we'll wind it back down towards the end. So now we're tall. Lift the knees. Let the feet spring the legs off the floor. 3, 2, 1, and slowly just walk the legs back down into a gentle march, and then lower the legs. Good work. If you need, give them a little rub around. It's a really nice way just to loosen the feet off, is just rolling the hip round. You've got the hip rolling round, the ankle and the feet. Change direction. As always, we want to make sure that we're even with the body, so we're going to do it both directions, and then change over. Drawing the circles round, and then back. Round in the opposite direction. Okay, so if you're not already sat near the end of your seat, just shuffle yourself forward a little bit. Obviously still stay safe and secure. Then you're going to extend one leg away. So that leg is extended and the toe is pointing up towards the roof. Then on my bent knee, I'm going to lean forward, still keeping the head high, and you're going to feel this stretch all the way down the back of the legs, probably into the bottom. It's a really nice one to stretch when we've been sat still for a while. And then come back. Change over. Extend. Lean forwards. And then back up. Okay, so this time just point the toe and back. Extend, point the toe and back. Okay, good work. So now we're going to move on to the upper part of the body. So we're sitting nice and tall. Okay, so just take a second to correct yourself, your posture, make sure shoulders are above the hips, and then we're going to bring the arms out and just flex the hands. So already you can feel a stretch down the arms, probably into your middle finger, and we're just going to start to draw quick circles round. Okay, keep this going, trying to keep the body nice and tall, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Change direction now. And then lower the arms, roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the arms up, this time a little bit higher. And now the circles are going to be slower and a bit bigger. Trying to stay nice and tall, trying to relax the shoulders. Okay, so this is the last one. We're going to obviously now change direction. Like I said, we always want to even the body up, make sure we do things evenly. So we're rolling round. 2 more. And then relax the arms down. Roll the shoulders back and down. So now bring yourself into this position. So if you notice, my elbows are in line with my shoulder. That's where we want them to stay. We don't want them to lower down during this exercise. And now just lower one hand down so it's in line with your shoulder. And then as it comes back up, see if you can coordinate that with lowering the other. Up and down. Keep the shoulders back. Sit tall as you do this. We'll do another 3, 2, 1. Back up and relax. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but we're going to make the movement a little bit bigger. So instead of stopping there, you're going to now lower down until you feel a comfortable stretch develop and back up. And if you've got a really tight shoulder, you may find that actually you haven't got much more movement than the previous exercise. Well, that's why we're doing this. We want to try and get you a little bit more movement in that area. So just push to a comfortable area of stretch. Don't push yourself too far. But then over the weeks, you might find that doing this type of exercise, you start to get that hand a little bit further. Okay, last one. Come back and relax the arms down. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Okay, so this is where we're going to use the tins of beans. So only if you want to. If your arms are aching already and actually you think it's probably going to be tough enough without, just pop them down. You don't need to use them. It's absolutely fine. Okay, but if you do, we're just going to hold them in our hands. But otherwise, just follow the instructions as per. So we're going to start by bringing the arms out to the front and back in. Out to the front and back in. Okay, so you're almost pushing the tins away, pulling them back. Push and back. So really stretch the arms out as you do this. Okay, so we're going to extend the exercise now. Come back, send the tins behind. Back, out to the front. Back to your shoulders. Lower the tins down. Back and forwards. Okay, keep this going. Keeping tall in the spine. Good. We're nearly there. We're getting there with this exercise. Keep going. I'm going to do 2 more. And now 1 more. Nearly there. Back up and lower the shoulders. Roll them back and down. Just resting the hands on the thighs. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Okay, so now we're going to just use one arm. And we're going to start to draw a circle around. Okay, so we're just drawing the circle around, keeping the body nice and still, making sure we're using the muscles in the shoulders. Okay, and then draw the circle the opposite direction, pulling in the belly button so that you're using the tummy muscles to help control the body whilst we do this. Last one, and lower. So we'll start with the other side, drawing the circle round. Keep strong through the spine. Keep imagining that helium balloon pulling through the spine. Last one, change direction. And so what we're doing here is using the shoulder muscles, but we're really helping to just gain movement back in that joint. So we're double benefit here of working the muscles. Last one, and relaxing the joints out. Roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, moving on. If you need, just relax the hands out for a second. And now we're going to bring the arms into this position again. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And you're going to come up, tap the tins, and back down. And again, sitting tall, tap the tins, and back down. Up, tap the tins, and back down. Keep going. Up and back. We're going to go for 5. Make it a bit quicker. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax the arms, roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, so the next one is really nice for this area here at the front of the shoulder. You're going to bring your palms so they're facing up. Grab hold of your tins, roll the shoulders back and down. If you look at my elbow, it's tucked into the side. That's where we want to keep it, or as close to the side as we can. Then you're going to bring the arms out to the side, keeping the elbows in, and then back into centre. And again, out to the side, and back in. So we're training a lot of postural muscles as well while we're doing this. So we're really concentrate on sitting tall. Okay, it's not easy to do. Those postural muscles get tired, but we want to train them to keep us in this tall position. Keep going with this. Inhale. Exhale. Practice pulling the belly button in as you exhale, thinking about switching the core on. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in, roll the shoulders back and down. One more, roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, so this next exercise, we're still using the tins. We're going to bring the arms up, open up, and back, and back, open up, and back. Just like opening the cupboards in the kitchen, grab hold of the doors, and open. Keep tall. Don't allow yourself to lean back as the arms come back. Try to keep those shoulders above the hips. Taking a breath in. Exhale. Now coming quick and out slow. Coming quick and out slow. Got 5. Out slow. In quick. 2. Last 1. Come out. Relax down. Good work. Roll the shoulders back and down. Just place one tin just hanging off the side of the body and just place the other one just on your thigh and just let the tin drag you down and then come back up to centre. And again, just leaning gently to the side and back up. Let's do that once more. If the tin's too much, you don't need to use the tin. You can just show you the alternative. You can just pop your hand onto the chair here, but if not, use the tin and roll down and back up. So this is the alternative if you feel a little bit nervous using the weight of the tin to roll up and back down. And then just roll the shoulders up, back and down. So we're going to finish by loosening off the shoulders even more. So starting with your hands on your shoulders, gently roll back. Then you're trying to do full circles, bringing the elbows in towards the side. Change direction. Again, we're still tall, we're nearly there. Stay strong until the end. Come back up to centre. Extend the arms. Your palms are facing up. Lower the palms to face towards the floor. Bring the arms in to touch the armpits. Come back out. Twist the palms up. Touch the shoulders and out. Twist the palms, bend the arms, bring them in towards the armpits, come up, rotate so the palms are up, touch the shoulders. Let's do one more. Twist down, bring the elbows in, back up, round, up, back and relax. Roll the shoulders back and down. So we're just going to loosen up the back of the neck a little bit. So we're just going to start by just nodding the chin and just rounding the back and just walking your hands down your thighs towards your knees. And you should feel a nice stretch down the back. And then walk the hands back. Roll the shoulders, come back to tall. So you nod the chin and walk the hands down. And then come back up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keeping the shoulders level if you can, so we're trying to stop ourselves from lifting them. Just drop the ear down towards your shoulder, and it just feels really nice to roll the head to the side and back. So it's a semicircle you're doing, you're not going all the way around the back, just to the shoulder. And then last one. Come back to centre and roll the shoulders back and down. Final stretch, bring the arm behind, bring the shoulders back, open up the chest, and if it feels nice to do so, you can lift the head slightly, take a gentle breath in, and then exhale and relax. One more, inhale, and then relax. Okay, just roll the shoulders back and down, and you've finished for today. Well done. So I hope you enjoyed my first sitting Pilates class. I'm going to be doing a few more of these throughout the next few weeks, so don't forget to subscribe, and also just pass on to anyone that you know that's stuck at home, that can't get out exercising, that you know this will be beneficial to. Please pass, share to those people. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.